Hi everyone, this is Chris Brazel. Welcome to my world and the world of numbers, where we get into the number crunching and coding of your life, your mind, your body, your environment. And we look at the connection of the mind, the body, and the environment, how they all come together. So you have 10 codes. I don't work the same as a lot of other numerologists. I started out that way 27 years ago, but then realized there's so much more science, there's so much more to it. It's not about a life path. You can go so much deeper. And I, being a mathematician, where I started at school getting high numbers, and then my first diploma came with a business college, and then I was in accounting and finance. So maths to me have so much more to it. And people would always say when I was first in the first business and the first company I was working with, did Chris do the numbers? And if they said yes, she's done the numbers, they would know automatically, right, we're going to win with this project. So let me get you down and let me take you a little bit through how I work. If you always want to have a personal coding session, just book it. I love it. So you have 10 codes. Every code has an energy vibration. Every code has a color, an area in the house. It will have a plant. It will have an animal. It will have a crystal even. It will even have a letter of an alphabet when you actually sign your name. So that means it gives you action steps. So when you look at the number, you know the code, then you know what the action steps are that you can take to make sure you're in the right place at the right time, to make sure you are winning, to make sure if you want to be an Olympic swimmer, how do you get to be an Olympic swimmer? Are you doing the right breaststrokes? You should check out my interview with Duncan Armstrong. So what we're looking at today is the code. So the first code you have is a natural code. That's what you do naturally. That is what you need naturally. I have a 3 natural code, which means I need to play, I need to be on adventure, I need to be having fun and a great talker and a communicator. So when I'm talking and communicating, I'm playing and I'm having fun and I'm creating in some way or some form, I'm doing what comes naturally to me. It is really easy and I just love it. I just love it. Your path code, you have 2. One is the month and one is the year. The path code you work with when you want to be in the right place at the right time with the right people. So if you're with the wrong tribal energy, you can't get to where you want to go. It's like Amelia, who she was off her path code, but she was also off her natural code. So she was having anxiety, she was having panic attacks, deep depression, but she was also working in a hardware store. It had nothing to do with who she was, what she could do. But when we started working with her, I got her first into horse therapy, then we moved into dog therapy. So she's gone from $35 an hour to sometimes $600 an hour when she works with quite a few dogs. And she is having the best time of her life. The anxiety, the depression have gone down here because she's doing what she can do. So when you want to be in the right place at the right time, you look at your path code and you look, well, what colors can I wear? What area in the house does it connect to? And you make changes in that area. That's how easy it is. Your force code is what's going to force you through the door. What's going to make you, what do you need, or what does your mind need to make you force through, to take action to what it is, to where you want to go. The destiny code is a little bit similar, but not similar. The destiny code is where you take the day, the month, and the year, and you look at the 2 figures, then you look at the individual ones, and that is giving you an overview of your destined to do. But it's not as accurate as your natural and your path. So you can look at it, but normally I steer people away from it because you can get so much more accuracy with your natural code because you're put here on earth to be a certain type of person, to do a certain type of thing. So when you do what's natural and then you use your path code to be in the right place at the right time, then it's easy. Your next one is your unblocking code, number 6. That is when things are not working. So your unblocking code will unblock you. So say a person has a 9 unblocking code, yet when they're at home, they wash the dishes, but they don't dry them and put them away. You go into their cupboards and half the drawers are open. A 9 brain code or a 9 unblocking code means finishing things off and closing doors and tidying up loose ends. So when they don't close a cupboard, or they wash the dishes and dry them but they don't put them away, they're blocking themselves somewhere else in life. All you do is start close the drawer, wash the dishes, dry the dishes, and put them away. We had one amazing lady who was working in an accountancy firm, didn't like a boss, didn't like much about it. And all we did was wash the dishes, dry the dishes, put them away, wash the clothes on the line, off the line, and away. She, within 6 months, had her own accounting business growing to amazing places. Your lucky code, now this is it's a tricky one to calculate, but once you learn how to calculate it, but your lucky code is what changes your luck. When you change your luck, so if you're having a string of bad luck, then work with your lucky code, work with the colors, work with the room in the house. That's what's magical about my coding system. You think, okay, my lucky code, not mine personally, but say your lucky code is a 1. And you're having all sorts of bother. You're having arguments with people, your work's not paying you the amount of money they should be paying you. Then you look at your bedroom, because the lucky code for 1, the area in the house is the bedroom. You look at the windows, you look at the curtains, you look at the quilt, you look at the pillowcases, you look at the sheets. All of those give you action steps to get you back into control, to get to where you do want to go and have the luck that you deserve to have. You have 2 time codes. That's where you are. Well, the universal time code is where everyone is. Like this year is 2025, which is a 9/7 unblocking code 25/7 year universal time. Where you are is you take your day and your month and you put it with 9 to see where you are. So you always look at where you are in the year. So if you're in a 9 energy year, and this is a 9 energy year, and just say you got married in September, it'll be lucky that you're still married, because that September was 3 months away. So you're closing doors, you're not tidying up you're tidying up loose ends and you're closing doors. And it's like people who would have got married this year, it'll be really interesting to see how long they stay married for. If they got married in September, I would be really worried. The 10th one is your birth emotion. Your name that you were christened should match your codes in some way or some form. If the name does not match your codes, often you will carry a birth emotion from your parents. So whatever was happening in their life at the time, they will push that birth emotion on to you. And I came across this years ago, because right from the age of about 6 or 7, I would not let anyone call me Christine Brazel. It was like, no, I'm Chris Brazel. So I knew at that young age, and as I said, numbers have been part of my life all my life, that when they were calling me Christine, they were speaking to the wrong person. It wasn't me, and I would not answer it, and I would get angry, but I just simply wouldn't answer them. I just ignored them. So Chris Brazel is my perfect algorithm. I'm in perfect rhythm for life. It's my perfect brain codes. Christine takes me way out into a whole different area, which isn't me. But when my mom had me, then she was, lost at the time, and she didn't have her right identity, and everything that was not working was not going on. My dad had got burnt with a fire. So it's natural that what they were going through is what they actually christened me and my name. But I've been Chris Brazel for that long, and I'm staying Chris Brazel, because Chris Brazel knows who she is, where she's going, and what she's doing. So there's your 10 codes. And then as I say, when you know your codes, then you know how to get to them, then you know what action steps. So every code has an action step. So if you're struggling over here, you don't need to. You just need to say, well, this is my code, this is my color, this is the area in the house, this is the action I can take to get over here and start to win. So as I said, I'll be sitting up and regularly posting to inspire you about the numbers, because they're everywhere. Your phone number, your car registration number, your bank account number, your PIN number, you name it, you have numbers. So let's get them sorted in a fun way and get you on track to empowerment. My way, and it's a really easy way. So subscribe. As I said, put a comment. If they're easy questions, I can answer them. Otherwise, you can always book a time with me and we can get you sorted. Cheers for now.